Look at that. That is a pan full of goodness right there. So there you go, that's our chicken jalfrezi made. Just look at that. That is absolutely sensational. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Rick. Today, chicken jalfrezi. A nice quality recipe. Tomato based, but we're not going to make it a BIR, British Indian restaurant type curry. Those days are long gone. We're making it real. Let's crack on. It's a nice steady one, okay? We've got some chili and we got some onions, we got some peppers. Yeah, okay, they're looking a bit sad, nothing wrong. We got tomatoes and we got a few spices, garlic ginger paste, and we're using chicken stock. Right, let's get on. We're going to crack on and prep the veggies because we have to get on with the chicken. The chicken has to marinate, okay? So on here I've got a few little green chilies, look. And what we're going to do is just give them a smack. Now, you can slice it if you want, no point. Absolutely 0 point. Give them a crack, done. They're already split. Okay, you've got seeds everywhere, but there you go. Onions. We want 2 types of onions for this. I want some fine diced and I want some cubed. Okay, so we're going to fine dice this horrible little thing. Oh, well, it's not going to be fine really, you know. So just get in there and get it diced up. So that's going to form our curry base, if you like. So we're going to chuck that in there. And then we're going to have some big onion to actually go in the dish. And with the big onion, we want to cut it into big segments like that. Split it up, nice and steady. Just helps easier when you get it in the pan. If not, you've got to start smacking it around with a spatula or whatever you're cooking with to break it up. So just break it up now, and it's nice and easy, you know. Okay, if you're making a huge pan full, you're not going to stand and do this. You're just going to chuck it straight in. So we got that going on, look. Can we do some more in there? I think we can. So I think we're just going to do that, and that's going to give us that, look. That's enough big segments of onion going on in there. There we go. And this other little bit here. Come on, we're not going to waste it, are we? In there. So we got 2 lots of onion going on. Tomatoes. Now our tomatoes we want to slice up. It doesn't matter how you do it. We don't want that though, so that can come off there. All that can come off. And any bad spots that you have, get rid of them. You know me, I just use any product that we have. So you will find blemishes and things on all my produce. I don't go out of my way to buy anything. Look at that, that's terrible. Let's come in there, still terrible. Let's get rid of that. Nothing wrong with that tomato, look. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so what we want to do with the tomatoes, we're going to do it 2 different ways. There's going to be bowls and things everywhere here, but not to worry. Okay, that's the fun of cooking. It's not fun washing up, but I wash up so it doesn't matter. Right, on here we want to slice out our tomatoes. Now you can quarter them and you can 1/8 them, you can do whatever, but what we want to do is take that out of there. We want to take the meat out of the tomato. Now it's straightforward, isn't it? Come on, just watch what you're doing with the knife. Okay, we want that out of there, but we want that cut in like that. We want that. Okay, we're going to cook with this. We're not throwing anything away. That's going to be cooked before we add tomato puree. Okay, Now if you've got some seeds left on your piece of tomato, so be it, it doesn't matter. Okay, don't worry. But we want that like that. Now we're not going to pre-cook this. When I've shown BIR way before, we've pre-cooked it. We're not pre-cooking any of this dish. It's just going to get cooked straight away, okay? And honestly, it's a fantastic recipe. Of course it is. So it's a bit of a laborious job really, but you know, we don't want to cook with this. You can blend it if you so wish, but we're going to use tomato puree, tomato paste. Okay, so this is still going to be used because it's obviously its goodness, but this is going to be more on show. Okay, you're going to have bits of tomato in your dish. So that we're keeping. We want another bowl. Now peppers, you can see have these called capsicums around the world. Other people know them as bell peppers. Peppers, it's up to you. They're not very good, they're perfect for this, okay? So what we need to do is we want some chunks of pepper. Okay, so in and around, take out that. That's what we're after. Okay? Right, now you decide. Do you want to slice or do you want to chunk? I'm going for chunks. Why am I going for chunks? Because we have chunks of onion. Okay? So grab a bowl and chuck that in there. I have chicken breast with skin on. Okay? We want the skin off. Get rid of that skin. We don't want that skin, okay? Keep the skin, put it in the oven, render it off. Just check for bones. Render it off and you get a nice chicken fat. Okay, we're going to go for chunks of chicken today. Nice and straightforward. Get your chicken, see there's got a line there, look, down there, okay? We're going to do the same on this one, down there. I'm going to trim that off, look, we've got a bit of gristle there. And then we're going to come down here. Now we want some chunks of chicken in here, so chunk it up. Let's just get rid of that. Just trim off all the bits that you don't like, obviously, come on. So just trim off what you don't like. Now we want some good chunks in here, okay? So that'll go in that bowl, come on. And that is our prep done. Let's get washed. Someone said the other day, don't cook with chicken on your hands. Listen, I wash my hands every break in the shot. Stop assuming. Okay, we want to put a marinade together on this chicken. It's a straightforward marinade, okay? I want some Kashmiri chili powder. We're going in there with about a teaspoon. I want a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of salt in there, a little bit of oil in there. I want a little bit of garlic ginger paste in there. About that much. Got a bit of a lemon here, look. So we're going to squeeze that in there. It's a bog standard marinade actually. Going to give that a mix up and then we're going to chuck some yogurt in here. We've got some yogurt, or you can use curd, whatever you know it by. Bring that in. Nice little mix up there, look. Okay, there you go. Half an hour. Half an hour, or if you're going to prep this the night before, that's up to you. Job done. Let's get cracking. Little bit different type of cook on this one actually. Grab a pan that you're going to use. I'm going to use this thing. Here comes the cook. We've got a flame on and I'm using mustard oil. We're going to go in there with about 3 tablespoons of mustard oil. If you don't have mustard oil, don't use it. Use veg oil, use any oil, it doesn't matter. Now, what we do with mustard oil, you heat it up, you get a bit of a smoke, you turn it down, you cook with it. That burns off like the raw mustardy smell. Okay, but be prepared for the fumes. There you go. See, we got a bit of smoke coming off there now, look. Now these pans, because they are steel pans, burn quite hot. In there with your chicken, okay? It's a different type of cooking, this one. We're going to cook some of this off on here, and then this comes back out. Okay, we're not cooking all the spices and veggies and everything, and then adding chicken. We're cooking the chicken now 80%, which is a guess. Okay, get some colour on the chicken, whip it out, and then it goes back in. But this is all cooking on there. Now there's 100 ways to cook. Everybody has their own way. Okay. There we go, we're getting some colour on there now, look. A nice bit of tinging on there. Okay, chicken out. Okay, back in that bowl. Don't forget, this stuff's going to keep cooking in here. Not a problem. Okay, cumin seeds in there. Now I've got a couple of dried chilies. They're going in. Nice little sizzle whizzle on there. In with those onions. Nice little cook round, come on. In that with that tomato meat. Get that in, they can soften up in there. We want this actually to be quite mushy. So that can go in now. Just give it a little cooking. Fabulous. Okay, we want to be adding some spices in there. I want a couple of teaspoons of ground coriander. A little bit of cumin, and we're going a little bit of red chili powder. And now this stuff is quite hot. Tailor the spices to what you like. Nice little bloom on those spices, come on. Now flame's not high for this. We just want a nice little bloom on those spices. In there, tomato paste, tomato puree mixed with water, a couple of tablespoons, 1 for 1. There you go. Just bring that in. Fabulous. Just give it a little 30 seconds or so on there. And I've got some chicken stock. Okay, you can use water, you can use chicken stock, up to you. Chicken stock obviously got more flavour in there. Nice, one of those. And now we've got this lovely sauce, look. Just look at that. That is superb. In there with those chilies. In there with those onions, those big sliced onions. Let's start those off. No rush for this, take your time. Okay, we want to go back in there with our chicken and juices. In it goes. Nice little stir through. Bring that in. That's looking fabulous. Smells amazing. You know, people are going to say, why didn't you use garlic and ginger? Because it's all over that chicken. Many ways to cook. You can add a teaspoon of garlic and ginger while you're frying off. That's up to you. In there, our bell peppers, our capsicum. Bring it in. All of a sudden, we're getting a jalfrezi. Look at that. So we got a little bit of a moisture sauce coming on there, look. Look at that. In there with our tomatoes. Stir it through. That is an excellent curry right there. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at that thing. Well, a couple of minutes on those tomatoes to start to soften them. We don't want them mush. We want a little bit of chew in there, you know. Come on. Let's not spoil all the veg. Now, for all those people who are eagle-eyed, you know, I didn't add any extra salt in there because I used chicken stock. Chicken stock carries salt. You don't need any more salt to be added. None. In there, coriander. Stir it through. Okay, we want a little pinch of kasuri methi. And we want a little bit of garam masala. Want to turn off the flame. We don't need to cook now. We just need to stir that in. We're going to give it about a minute, 2 minutes, and we're going to serve up. That's going to put that flavour in there. We don't have to do any more than that. Look at that. That is a pan full of goodness right there. So there you go, that's our chicken jalfrezi made. Just look at that. That is absolutely sensational. Here we are. Oh, come on. In here, look at this chicken. Look at this chicken. Oh, look at that. Bursting with flavour. Garlicky. It's got it all going on. It's got the spices on, it's got the garlic marinade on there. Oh, it is sensational. Come on, let's have a go at this. Let's put some of this on here. Oh yeah. Not swimming in oil, look. Got a nice sauce with our veggies and our chicken. Oh yeah. Our veggies. Crunch. Tomato skins. Crunch. Onion. Crunch. Chicken. Just so soft and tender. Full of flavour. That is a fantastic chicken jalfrezi. That is delightful, and it's not over spicy. You know, someone might want to tailor the spice down. It's not spicy, to be honest. It's got a nice warming kick on your tongue. That is sensational. Eat it anyhow you want. with chapatis, with rice like I'm doing. Look at this chicken, come on. There's a heck of a lot of flavour on that chicken. A heck of a lot of flavour. Can't get enough. There you go. That is how to make chicken jalfrezi. Not the BIR way, more original. Is it worth doing? Oh, it's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. It really is incredible. If you like curries and you like jalfrezi, this is one to make. It's absolutely superb. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make a chicken jalfrezi. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Oh, and we'll catch you in the next video. Oh, come on. Look at this. You can't believe the chicken in here. Look at that. Oh, that is amazing.